Imagine looking at a tiny piece of cork, but instead of seeing a solid, featureless material, you see an entire world of tiny chambers packed closely together. That is exactly what happened more than 350 years ago, when the English scientist Robert Hooke placed a piece of cork under his microscope. At the time, microscopes were still relatively new, and scientists knew very little about the world that the human eye could not see. Robert Hooke was an English scientist, inventor, and engineer who lived in the 17th century. He was one of the most curious scientists of his time, but his most famous discovery began with something incredibly ordinary: a piece of cork. In 1665, Hooke published a book called Micrographia, featuring remarkable drawings of objects he had observed through his microscope. He examined all kinds of things around him: insects, plants, fabrics, and tiny structures that people had never been able to observe clearly before. Then he examined a piece of cork, and he noticed something strange. The cork did not appear to be one solid mass. Instead, it was made up of countless tiny spaces, arranged next to one another like a series of small rooms. Because of their appearance, Hooke gave these tiny structures a name that would become one of the most important words in biology: cell. But there is an important detail. Hooke did not actually see living cells as we understand them today. What he saw in the cork was essentially the walls of cells, because the cork tissue he examined was dead. He had no idea yet what these tiny structures actually did, and he did not know that they formed the foundation of life itself. And that is what makes his observation so important. Hooke did not simply discover something tiny under a microscope. He gave a name to an idea that would eventually transform biology. Decades later, other scientists began observing similar structures in different plant and animal tissues. Over time, these observations helped lead to what we now call cell theory, that living organisms are made of cells, and that the cell is the fundamental unit of life. But in 1665, Hooke had no idea where his observation would lead. He was simply looking at tiny chambers inside a piece of cork. Today, we know that those chambers were a window into an entire hidden world, a world that makes up virtually every living thing around us. And Hooke's curiosity did not end there. He was not a scientist limited to one field. He worked in physics, astronomy, and engineering. He studied motion and gravity, designed scientific instruments, and even played a role in rebuilding London after the Great Fire of 1666. But among all his achievements, one word remains permanently connected to his name: cell. A word that began with a simple observation under a microscope, and eventually became one of the foundations of our understanding of life. Perhaps that is the greatest significance of Robert Hooke's discovery. He did not simply show us something that had been hiding in plain sight. He opened the door to a world we did not even know existed.